It's not only cold in the desert, but it's very lonely. I usually take my shortwave radio and listen to Radio Free America whenever it's possible. What you're seeing off in the distance are flares. These are not the UFO type craft. These are not the saucer or disc-shaped craft that people call UFOs. These are flares. Again, if you look closely, you can see the smoke trail above the flares. Remember, you've seen the brightest star in the sky, you've seen headlights, you've seen flares. Later in this video, you'll see the brightest planet, in fact the only planet we could find in the sky on these dark nights that we were there, moonless, freezing cold, the planet Jupiter. We wanted to make sure that you could see everything that people could possibly say was being confused with this craft that we're filming. This is the planet Jupiter. If you look very closely, you can see two of the moons. We were able to see the moons very clearly through the lens. Now Jupiter has many more moons than two, but on this night two were all that we were able to see. Notice it's not moving. Notice that Sirius didn't move, although it did flicker. The headlights moved, but they were below the mountains. This is what we came to film. This is the most incredible flying machine that I have ever seen in my life. You will see this craft on this night make maneuvers that according to the laws of physics are absolutely impossible to make. Now through the binoculars, this looks like a metal-skinned craft, but the entire skin of the craft glows. What you just saw there was not the craft, it was an attempt to bring it into better focus. When you see extremely rapid horizontal movements like that, it is us moving the camera to keep it in the frame. We never move the camera vertically, never. You just saw the craft do something that we've witnessed on many occasions. It literally disappears from the sky. Through the binoculars, you can see absolutely nothing there. It doesn't turn out lights, it doesn't stop glowing, it disappears. If what we've observed on other trips and on this night is what we think we're observing, then these craft are actually time machines. You see it just come back, it just materializes out of nowhere. And there it's gone again. This is uncut, unedited film. It is rolling exactly as we shot it. Now that's us moving to keep the craft in the frame. Remember, we never move the camera vertically. Now it's gone again. Through the binoculars, it literally disappears from the sky. It is not in this world anymore. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is what we saw and what we filmed and show you. These maneuvers by these craft have been reported by people all over the world, from every walk of life, from every station, from every economic situation, from presidents and leaders and rulers of countries, to chief executive officers of large corporations, to military personnel, officers and enlisted, to the man on the street, to homeless, Primitive tribesmen who have never read a UFO book and have never heard of UFOs have reported these craft. You just saw it disappear. You just saw it blink back on and disappear again. We have no way of knowing where it goes. We cannot explain this. But we can tell you, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that these craft belong to the United States government and are flown from a super-secret test site owned and operated by the United States government, which the government denies exists. You will also see that test site in this video, filmed for the first time from a mountain overlooking the area. This is the only film of its kind ever taken. This is a historic video. This is a historic film. Not just this section of the film, but the one that you saw previously, and the film that you are going to see later in this videotape. Now, if Germany developed this technology during World War II, and they've been secretly working on it ever since, why is it kept so secret from the public when we know by our research that the United States government, Great Britain, Canada, and the Soviet Union all possess this technology? Did it come, as many people say, from an extraterrestrial source? I can't answer that question. Those are the donut-shaped movements that was explained to you by one of the people that I took along with me. The 4 people that you see in this videotape had never seen a UFO before in their life, and that's why I brought them with me, so that you could hear from their own mouth what they saw. Now let me venture a question to you. What better way to unite all humanity in a one-world government than if we were attacked by some other species from some other planet? Does this some other species really exist? Or is this technology being used to make us believe that they exist, in order to break down the sovereignty of nations and bring all of the people of the world together under one world government? That's a lot to think about, and I'm not going to take it any farther than that. At least, not in this video. Remember, this film is uncut and unedited. And this is the longest test flight that I have ever witnessed this craft perform. We were also extremely lucky to be able to get this footage